So, remember what I said that I wasn't going to be watching the Xbox and Bethesda showcase because, well, one, I don't have a currently working Xbox. I've got an Xbox One, but it hasn't been plugged in for 6 years. I've gone entirely to PlayStation and Nintendo now, and my Xbox One is probably, it is in storage, and it's probably full of dust and no longer working. Two, Xbox doesn't really have many good exclusives that I'm, not going to, try and waste money and buy a new console specifically to get. And three, it just wasn't interesting in the slightest. So I wasn't going to watch it. Well, it looks like there's egg on my face because Xbox might have released a whole bunch of trailers that are relevant to me, my channel, and games I might actually like, and we are going to react to them now. And as you can see on the screen, the first one is, well, the first two rather, are games in the Persona series, and the first one, Persona 3 Reload. Now, this game was leaked a couple of days ago by Atlas themselves. Supposedly, that person has running the social media account has now been killed, so Atlas can move on with their lives. But yes, this trailer was leaked, but we're going to have a look at it in all of its official glory anyway, because it actually looks really, really good. It's been completely remastered, brand new graphics. I think some of the character art has also been just redesigned. The UI looks a bit sharper. It actually looks really, really good, and supposedly it will also run at 60, judging by this trailer. For those, some people might be pissed off by this because this is a remake of the original vanilla Persona 3 that released on PS2 back in 2006. It's not Fez. It's not Fez. It's not even Persona 3 Portable, which was already given a port on modern consoles anyway. But it's not a remake of Persona 3 Fez, which is considered by many to be the definitive version of P3, including a whole bunch of extra stuff and the female protagonist, which a lot of people really like. And that's not going to be the case. This is P3 vanilla on the PS2, completely remade, and that's probably going to piss a few people off. But you know what? The game looks really good. It's just that Persona 3 goodness. I'd like to see if this is going to be really successful. It should be. Persona fans are really passionate about Persona games, so no doubt this is going to sell well, and hopefully that will lead to a Persona 4 remake, because I actually like Persona 4. I like its aesthetic better than all of the other Persona games. Probably the one thing I will say is that while yes, this is a nearly 20-year-old game by this point, I would like to see if they will remake Persona 1 and 2, because they're probably the games that most deserve a remake. But I can see why they wouldn't remake at least one of those games for very obvious reasons. It says Xbox Series and Xbox One and Windows, but no doubt it will also release on PlayStation consoles. This was just revealed at Xbox. Obviously, they're not going to tell you that it's going to be on PlayStation, because why the hell would they tell you that? But no doubt, even though this is on Atlas's channel, but it is most likely going to be on PlayStation consoles as well. Yeah, that's why, because Game Pass, they got it day one. But that was Persona 3, and to leave it off PlayStation consoles would be considered sacrilege considering the game's origins. This is Persona 5 Tactica, which I think was also leaked by Atlas themselves. So, again, the worst kept secret in history, but already looking at the art style, I like it, because I wanted to get a hold of the Persona Q games on the DS, and this is going to be like tactical. This is like a real-time strategy / tactics game, which is probably the only genre that Persona 5 hasn't adapted yet. We have two full RPGs. We have a hack and slash in Persona 5 Strikers, and now we've got Persona 5 Tactica. I don't know how long it's going to take for Atlus to stop milking Persona 5 and maybe start gearing towards Persona 6, but hey, Persona 5 sold really well. It made a ton of money. The franchise went mainstream with P5, so of course they're going to keep milking it for all it's worth. It's basically the same thing that what happened to Yakuza. They'll keep milking Yakuza. I mean, not that I'm mad about that, but I do like the art style. It's very Persona Q. I probably will. Look, I didn't really enjoy Persona 5, the main game, that much. It's coming out very soon as well. So, November 17th, this game is coming out, Persona 5 Tactica. It's a tactics game. I have gotten into tactics games because of Fire Emblem Three Houses, so no doubt this is probably going to be really cool, and I will play this game. Again, assuming it comes out on PlayStation consoles, which it will, because it's Persona. It would be almost sacrilege to leave these games off of Sony consoles, considering how the series started and its origins in the PS2 and I think the original PlayStation was the first couple of games in the series. Atlus, not content with releasing 2 Persona games, Studio Zero are also working on a brand new game called Metaphor ReFantazio. It's very, looking at the trailer, it's fantasy based, judging by what we're looking at, but it is very much Persona, Shin Megami Tensei. It's still got that Atlus feel. But it is like a fantasy RPG that, yeah, like even in the UI, it's very much, yeah, from the it's very much Shin Megami Tensei, which, hey, is great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Atlus knows what their fan base is. They know what games sell well, so they're going to keep doing it. The game looks really good. I don't think they teased much. It might have a little bit of Three Houses in there with its sort of fighting elements and life sim elements. Very much like Persona, but more leaning towards how Three Houses did it, where it's all about, you know, learning and teaching and you know, the very fantasy. It was more fantasy compared to Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. Game looks great. It's coming out in 2024. Don't really know much else, but again, probably going to be on PlayStation consoles. I don't see why it would be an Xbox exclusive. Yes, okay, we get it. But that was what Atlus has been working on, which is absolutely fantastic. They're going ham. I don't think they have. They don't have a showcase. There's probably going to be a thing at TGS concerning Atlus and Sega. We're going to hear a lot more about Persona 3, about Persona 5 Tactica, and we're definitely going to be hearing more about Metaphor ReFantazio. Game looks good. Looking forward to it. Next up is Kinutsugami, Path of the Goddess. This is a Capcom game built in the RE engine. And it is from what I can gather, is a just traditional Japanese as all hell action adventure game. And hell, that I'm already sold. And it's Capcom, so it's going to be very animated. It's going to be very bombast. It's not going to be like Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima or Rise of the Ronin, which hasn't been unveiled yet, or the new Phantom Blade Zero, or the other game that I think Summer Games Fest announced the other day that I've completely forgotten. They were all dark. They were all sort of like broody and mysterious, whereas this has more color, this has more action, this has more just fun with it. Looks awesome. I love it. I love the aesthetic. No doubt my brother is going to be huge into this game, because it's just some of the stuff he loves. I'm more sort of modern Japanese weeb. He's very much traditional Japanese weeb. He loves the samurai stuff, the ninja stuff. Loved Ghost of Tsushima. Looking forward to Fallen Dynasty. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. Yeah, this is very much, looking at this trailer, this is very much like, it's going to be Devil May Cry, like a lot of Devil May Cry elements where it's just moving around, hack and slash, just a bunch of colorful, big, bombastic moves. Looks really cool. I just love the Sakura aesthetic. So yeah, no doubt. And this is built in the RE engine, so it's gonna absolutely bang. This game is gonna be really, really cool. Again, PlayStation consoles, so no doubt we are going to get news on that in the Capcom showcase, which is coming up, I think, either tomorrow morning or the morning after. I think it's tomorrow morning, and you guys will see that. I'm reacting to that on my channel. But this is the big one. This is the one that I was not expecting here. I don't know how the hell Xbox got a hold of this trailer, how they were the ones that got to announce it. As you can see, it's teaser reveal multi-platform, so it is going to be, I mean, it was already unveiled, when it was unveiled, it was already announced to be on PlayStation consoles, so I don't know why Xbox got to hog it. We will definitely be seeing more of this at the RGG Summit. This is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, the previously announced Like a Dragon 8. So this is the 8th mainline game in the series that was announced at TGS last year. And this dropped like an absolute bomb on me. I was not expecting anything until the RGG Summit. I thought they were going to do it themselves, but hey, Xbox have to sell their consoles somehow, but you know. So Ichiban, in all of his naked goodness, has washed up on a beach somewhere. Have no idea what's going on, but yes, this is I think Sega. This is on Sega's channel. They said it in their description. This is Like a Dragon 8 or Yakuza 8, the game that features both Ichiban and Kiryu as protagonists, the RPG that was announced last year, the game coming out in early 2024. Don't know why they called it Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I think the naming conventions are a bit weird. I mean, I'll take Like a Dragon, I'm still going to call it Yakuza anyway. But yeah, no, the name Infinite Wealth, don't know. Still think they should have called it Like a Dragon 8, but hey, whatever. That's fine. Ichiban is out, man. Your legendary hero bat. Put it away. So he's washed up on a beach in America somewhere. Don't know why. It's going to be very interesting to see how the hell that comes about. But Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, early 2024. Yeah, there you go. It's PS5. It's on PS4 and PS5. So looking forward to this game. Like a Dragon or Yakuza is the best. You guys saw my Summer Games Fest reaction. You know how hyped I was for Gaiden, how hyped I'm going to be for this game. It is a sequel. I loved Like a Dragon. Such a fun game. The RPG elements absolutely worked. They nailed it. People thought it was going to be, you know, it's a mistake, diverting away from their typical brawler action, but it was absolutely, you know me, I love old school RPGs. It absolutely ruled. One of the best games in the series. Fantastic story. Ichiban is such a great character. Perfect passing of the torch. Away from those very broody, weird elements that we got with Kiryu, and more into just fun and an exciting story. But now Kiryu is back, and we're definitely going to find out what happened, why he's in this game, first of all, in Yakuza Gaiden, because that is set between 6 and 8, so we'll find out what the hell happened, why Kiryu was in this game. chances are, you know, they're going to, you know, this is a beach in America, probably Hawaii, because people are saying Florida is where Ichiban's ended up, but I don't know where they got that from. I mean, it would be easier coming from Japan, right? Chances are he was pushed onto a boat and drifted out to sea and ended up in a beach in Hawaii. You know, makes sense. Probably where he is. So what they're going to do, most likely, is that they're going to do kind of what they're doing with Spider-Man 2. The two protagonists and two very distinct separate stories. This is just me theorizing right now. Kiryu is going to be in Japan, is going to stay in Japan, going to muck around Kamurocho, do his thing, typical Kazuma Kiryu stuff, old Yakuza goodness, which is great. And they're going to have this new story set in potentially, most likely Hawaii with Ichiban, and he has to try and get back to Japan and all that sort of thing. Don't know where the infinite wealth comes into it. Apparently, the billions and billions of dollars Ichiban made in Like a Dragon's business management sim wasn't enough for him, and now he wants all of the money in the world. And chances are he will get it, and I will get it for him because I will grind the hell out of this game to get as much money as possible because it's just really fun doing that. Ugh, drink of water. Thirsty for games right now. So Xbox wasn't a complete waste, it turns out. I plucked out, I wasn't going to watch the whole thing back. I was just going to pluck out the 5 trailers that looked really interesting to me and watch them. We're going to learn more about Kinitsugami at Capcom's showcase, and we are definitely waiting for RGG Summit. We're going to find out heaps of information. We're going to definitely find out what the hell is going on with this story for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Game looks, it's Yakuza, man. I don't care what the game is. I will play it. I will shove it all in my face. It is good.